Hey there, everybody. This is the Bones and Tub Show. We are brought to you by no one in particular, because advertisements suck.
Yeah, they do.
We are brought to you, however, by Catherine, Marie Doherty, Evelyn, and Agris Girl, our 3 patrons at patreon.com/bones and tubs. And we don't have, anything else. We're not trying to sell you a mattress. We're not trying to tell you anything about beard oil or...
No special food boxes or anything like that.
No.
We're brought to you, just like PBS, by viewers like you.
And this is the Bones and Tub Show.
The Bones and Tub Show.
And sets another day. Billions will kneel and pray. Anything to aid escape from the world so cold and gray.
That's good, boy.
And welcome back. We're here for another episode of Bones and Tubs. We're here with you on this day, this glorious day, just at the end of February.
Second to last day of February. We're putting on our... verbal condoms, because we just got done raw dogging, doing
the raw show.
Doing a raw show, just a quick little...
Really, that was...
something new we're working on.
Would you say that was the first raw episode?
Yeah, that was the first time we ever went in raw.
So, yeah, you guys need to check that out if you have it, and you're only going to be able to get it if you, you become our patrons.
Just a measly $5 a month will get you involved in raw. Plus, we're going to start doing specific, maybe vlog-style videos or just... random thoughts about our personal lives. Put them up on YouTube, but it's going to be only for the raw.
Those THOT thoughts or THOUGHT thoughts?
I'm going to go with thoughts like that hoe over there.
Okay, there you go. But no, so today we are kind of going back to what we should have been doing in the first place, and that was focusing in on a specific topic for the episode.
I think we just we had it right when we stopped, right?
Yeah.
We talked about doing a mixture.
I think that's what we want to do now, right?
And then we just kind of started getting drunk and rambling.
Yeah, then we just there's this, they're going to look back at the history of Bones and Tubs and be like, this is where they got back right on the right path.
They just left the Dark Ages. They're back in the Renaissance.
Yeah, basically you got to think of it like you could take Bones and Tubs and compare it to the whole civilization. Yeah. We started off with the best of intentions and built up, and then just 400 years of chaos.
Right. I think a lot of this has to do with personal growth too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because I think I'm always on the path of trying to be woke.
Yeah.
No matter what that might mean.
Yeah.
And I finally, what you say, a year ago or 6 months ago, I talked about giving you my anarchist poison.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Here we are. Exactly. I'm fully...
delving into occult symbology. And
oh, man. We are...
natural law.
And the thing is folks, I'm going to be honest, the further we go down this rabbit hole, you might get bits and pieces of it. But the thing about learning this path, and I can attest to this because he calls me the mule because I'm so fucking stubborn about this shit. But when I do finally get into it, I feel like you have to admit, it takes me a while, but when I get there,
all in.
I fucking go all in, right? But this is one of those things where I feel like you, as an individual, have to do this yourself.
Yeah,
at least garner the taste for it.
This journey started. I should say the most recent rabbit hole journey started. What would you say, a month ago?
Yeah.
I don't even remember how. I never remember how I get into I feel like every time I jump in a rabbit hole, I smack my head.
Yeah.
And I forget how I ended up in this, and I wake up traveling down.
And then you text me or do something, and you're like, hey, I think you kind of use me as your tester to make sure that this shit's real.
Right.
Hey, just to make sure that I'm not fucking batshit insane.
Yeah, because I have to make sure.
Yeah, take a look at this.
There's so many stressors with the factory of sadness, raising a human, trying to be a good husband.
Yeah.
And then you just go down these personal development rabbit holes, and you're trying to figure out are these things real? Am I actually a schizophrenic? What's happening? So around a month ago, I stumbled upon, and if any of you out there are responsible for this, please let me know and I'll amend it and give you credit. But I stumbled upon Mark Passio.
Man, that dude is a boss.
Oh my God.
He's a legit boss.
And I think I've actually heard him before on some podcasts, but I just never followed it up.
I mean, that dude more or less like called me an ignorant slave turd during his video.
Me too.
But like,
Yeah.
I wasn't offended by it because it just made me realize
He cared about you.
Exactly, he does care.
Care.
He wants you to like exactly.
Capital G care.
Yeah,
You know?
he cares.
It started with me going down, and it also gave me direction for this podcast and the videos, because I feel like I want to entertain,
Yeah,
I want to inform, but I also want to unshackle.
yeah.
I want everybody to take off the shackles and the blindfold.
Which is exactly, I think that's what our original intention was, right?
Right.
It was to like expose people to new things, and I feel like this subject today is something. The only other, in all honesty, in all the years I've spent looking at different theories on how things work,
Yeah.
this is something that I've only, as far as I know, Mark Passio is the only human being I've heard talk about this.
Yeah, this is pretty deep.
Yeah.
He turned us on to, first of all, a call to action to anybody that wants to also remove the shackles and start living their life the right way. As far as I know, it's just been you and the doctor that I've given it to.
Yeah.
I also sent it to the Wolfman last night and I haven't heard back. So
Wolfman might be going through it right now.
Wolfman is definitely, what do you call him, the Teen Wolf?
He's Teen Wolf.
Okay. Teen Wolf is going through it.
Maybe in like 5 or 6 years he'll be Wolfman, but as far as I'm concerned, he's Teen Wolf to me.
Yeah.
Because he's not quite Wolf Boy.
Right.
But he's not Wolfman.
And you can't say Wolfman Child because that's not effective either.
Yeah. But Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, I like it.
Yeah.
Everybody should check out Mark Passio on YouTube. He's also got a podcast called What on Earth is Happening. Mm-hmm. He does a number of things. He just got done doing Anarchapulco. Is his most recent speech that I've seen. Not too long ago, he did an interview on InfoWars Nightly News with Leon McAdoo, and he just talked about natural law. That's where I started my crazy train rabbit hole.
Talk about natural law.
If you YouTube Mark Passio Natural Law, what is it, 8 hours?
Yeah.
It's an 8-hour presentation.
We shared it on the page.
Yes. I'll share it again. For
Now,
posterity.
I'm not afraid to say it. I just got done listening to a series on demystifying the occult,
Yeah.
and it destroyed my brain
Yeah.
in the good way.
What you thought was, it's funny because like we go so many times and it's like you just look over the course of your life and things that you're like completely believe in, right? And then you find out about 9/11 being what it was.
Yeah.
And it shakes your entire fragile worldview.
So then it begins. I think that gets you down the path, right?
Yeah, it's
Like-
just steps on the path.
Like maybe 9/11 is like the gateway drug, proverbially, of coming down this path eventually. Like,
After I learned about the Faustian story, Faustian pentagram, I fully
Right.
believe that there was a dark occult ritual that took place on 9/11.
exactly. So like we don't. That's not today's show, but we can talk about
Yeah,
that. on
that's
another show.
definitely another show.
But
in
if you
itself.
don't know what we're talking about, it's really easy. You can look up the Wikipedia page; it'll give you everything you need to know about Dr. Faustus.
Yeah.
The legend of Dr. Faustus. It's not. It's an apocryphal story.
The
I'm gonna
occult
say that.
symbolism in it is
But
deep.
it's about the occult, and
Just-
it's about seeking. It's about the difference between seeking earthly knowledge and earthly power versus going the natural law path of seeking out the divine.
Right.
Right, but
That's a whole nother show.
it's a whole other show. We're not even talking about that
I
today.
know. There's just so much. I was nervous about this whole like introduction because I was afraid. There's so many goddamn rabbit holes.
I know. Let's keep on the straight and narrow on this
If
one.
anybody has listened to this for any amount of time, they know that we are just ready to just jump all around. It's hard to stay focused.
Yeah, we have a goal in mind.
So anyway, look up Mark Passio. Go down his rabbit hole. I know when I first look at these videos and I see that they're 8 hours long, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
You know, that's a long time.
Oh, trust me, it took me about a week, a full week to get through demystifying the cult,
Which is 6 hours.
It's 6 hours.
Yeah.
So this
But-
next one is going to be.
You just put it in your phone, download it, whatever you do. And I like doing it when I drive.
I'm going to be frank, because now that I'm on this path, I don't think you should pay for any kind of information unless you have to.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there's no...
So if you need to know how to get this information without having to pay for it, without having to sit and watch the video, because I put it on my MP3 player
Yeah.
and played it in my car for a week. If you need to know how to do that, I'm not going to say it on the show because I ain't really trying to get gain the ire of
Doxed.
of
Someone.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get fucking zucked or doxed or anything. Just contact me. You know who I am. You know what we are. We're Bones and Tubs. You find us on Facebook.
Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram.
Like, there are so many ways of contacting us. Like, sometimes I wonder, like, how easy we're making it for the fucking CIA or any of these other organizations, or the organization that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, I feel like this show is going to prove how easy it is.
Yeah.
You know, because they're probably just going to put on some of that powder on their hands and give us a handshake. We'll never see it coming. We'll just die of a heart attack. But
All right. But today, so that we don't jump off the path anymore, other than like during this presentation,
yeah,
we are talking about the NRO,
National Reconnaissance Office.
Have you ever heard? And here's the thing: until recently, I didn't know they existed.
Right. I'm 31 years old, and I consider myself somewhat of a doctorate when it comes to conspiracies / government agencies.
A woke individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I at least have like some sort of scatterbrain memory. When I see things, I file them away. And when I heard about this through Mark Passio on YouTube, it was the first time I'd ever heard about it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy when you come to find out that the NRO, National Reconnaissance Office, is basically a self-declared spy satellite agency. That's their purpose, right?
Exactly.
They are just one of the many intelligence agencies. Do you
And
remember the number?
Oh, 30-something?
So we have 30 intelligence agencies.
Yeah.
Originally, I did not know that. NSA, FBI, CIA. I thought they were all...
That's the big ones. That's the ones we know about,
This
right?
one wasn't declassified until 1996.
Which is crazy because when did they start they started in like the 50s and 60s, right? Like,
Who the fuck
I think they
knows?
started to say, I mean, as far as we know, we've only had rocket science since the 50s and 60s. Like, well, okay, no, we've
Shortly
had
after we absorbed those Nazi scientists
Yeah.
in Project Paperclip.
Yeah. Whoa, you're good. You're trying to get us down another path
Just
again.
letting them know
Okay.
I've done my work.
Yeah.
If you look them up, they will tout that they are. I wouldn't say they'll tout because they don't tout much of shit. It's a bunch of pretty much basic bitch information that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Their
But-
webpage is fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
NRO.gov.
Yeah.
But what I found, the most recent numbers, they have less than 6,000 employees, right? And they get the most amount of money of any government intelligence agency.
They're the most funded.
Over $6 billion a year.
They're the most funded intelligence agency in this country with the least amount of employees
That we know of.
But they also said they willfully said that a lot of their stuff goes out to contractors,
Right. They employ
private organizations.
They employ more than tens of thousands of contractors.
But then that makes you
on
wonder
a private budget.
what contractors are they employing?
Right. So they don't have to. Apparently, they don't have to disclose government monies that they spend on private contractors
And they don't have to disclose who these contractors are, do
or
they?
what they're doing.
Exactly. So, like, for all we know, they're fucking contracting out to fucking butt sex are us.
For sure.
Getting lots of butt sex. I
guarantee
don't
it's in
even
there.
know. I don't even know.
They have these things called SAPs, Special Access Projects, and they're unaccountable entirely to Congress. And they're all private sector.
Okay. Then, and just to give you above the board notion of NRO, okay, they're an organization that supposedly they're National Reconnaissance Office, right? Their goal is they deal with spying on people with satellites. That's okay.
That's what they state.
That's what they state. That's what they state. Okay, that's their goal is to put satellites into space so they can watch people.
Yeah. The last part, basically, that's most of the information for that entity as it stands. But I decided that we should take a few of the patches. We're going to post them on the various pages.
Yeah, so you can see them for
Instagrams,
yourselves.
the Facebooks. But do yourself a favor, because I only list 11. Right.
There is a shitload of patches.
There's basically 10 or 11 that I did more research on and looked into.
Because they are off the fucking chain.
They're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And for me to just say it to you, you might be like, that dude is going on a 30-day meth binge. He's
You might be the guy who fucking makes our music and think we wear tinfoil hats and dance around and
right.
shit.
Well, this is interesting too. Quick side note into that.
Yeah.
Just a shout out,
Yeah.
to our music maker,
Yeah.
friend, compatriot. But I'm a crazy person for saying that pedogate and clover genders are a thing.
Yeah.
But shortly before I found out about the NRO, I found out about Ted Gunderson. Mm-hmm. I told you about him, right?
Yeah.
So for everybody out there, Ted Gunderson was in some way, shape, or form, and I believe an upper echelon member, but he was employed from the FBI. Mm-hmm. And when he retired from the FBI, he took up a hobby, I guess you could call it, keep himself busy in his years of retirement. And his hobby basically was pro bono work, investigations. This cat, I don't know why to delete that. Bixby just started recording my words.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't touching my phone at all.
Whoa!
We already know you're listening, so that's fine.
Yeah.
But so anyway, he got contacted by this cat. You can find out more about it if you want to do a YouTube search. FBI satanic ritual, I think was what I found it on YouTube. So Ted Gunderson, anyway, he takes up this cat, writes him a letter. He's like, hey, look, I've been convicted of murdering my wife and daughter in South Carolina. I think he was a military member. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm absolutely innocent. I would really appreciate you just looking at the case, look at the evidence. I've run out of money. I don't have money to pay you. But if you at any time question my innocence, then you can stop entirely. I'm not trying to get off of something I did. So for whatever reason, Ted Gunderson decides to look into it. And after 2,000 hours of investigating, he discovered and got a signed confession from a Satanist, a female, who admitted to killing the wife and the daughter. She gave intimate details of the inside of the house that only she would know if she was there at the time. She talked about riding the rocking horse in the child's bedroom, but she couldn't ride it because the spring was broken. She described the wife's jewelry box. She picked it out of a magazine. She killed those people. Yeah. And she said that it was a induction into the satanic group that she had just joined. So he takes all this information and gives it to a judge who is the head of the FBI at the time, or the one that signs off on investigations, what have you. And he's like, you should pick up where I left off. So he's like, thanks for the recommendation. And then the lady that signed the confession came to him and said, hey, the FBI came by earlier and tried to get me to recant my story. So his whole speech that he gave shortly before he died, Ted Gunderson, was that there was a group of Satanists or dark occultists that run the government, and that they had infiltrated and probably taken over the FBI.
Do I have a look of shock on my face right now?
You don't, but the music maker probably still won't believe it because it doesn't fit his narrative, and it's probably on Snopes that says it's fake. But anyway.
But here's the thing, though. This is the thing, and this is the frustrating part, and I think, okay, stay with me. I'm going to go off on a tangent for just a quick second here. Okay, when it comes to this whole enlightenment thing and illuminating somebody to the reality, right? Okay. It can't be something forced on somebody. No. They have to accept it, right?
Right.
Otherwise, they don't want it, right?
Yeah, they can't take it in.
Okay, they can't take it in. Some people in the Matrix don't want to leave the Matrix.
They will fight you to defend their slavery.
Exactly. So, and I think that's the frustrating part of it all. Yeah. Is that there are people who just don't like... I try to talk about things like this with people, and they're like, oh, that's stupid. Like, what are you talking about? That's dumb. Like, and then, like, it doesn't help that you have the fucking powers that be that we just talked about being part of dark occultists, right? Saying that, like, oh, they say that conspiracy theorists, like, I saw an article a few months ago about, they talked about the psychology of conspiracy theorists and how they're generally undiagnosed people with severe paranoia.
Of course.
And
you got to hit the right buzzwords.
Generally have low self-esteem.
Turn other people off.
Yeah, generally have low self-esteem and don't have lots of friends.
Of course.
Right. I think that. I mean, that kind of nails it on the head, right?
Most assuredly.
Yeah. Oh, and they also have low IQs.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
What's that the thing? Like, here's the thing where I call it out. Even in your fucking fucked up IQ system, right? Which I assume was designed by them.
And doesn't talk about the EQ at all, the emotional quotient.
Yeah. I scored a fucking 138.
Yeah.
That's not stupid.
No.
Okay?
It's not.
That's above par.
Yeah.
I scored a 138.
Come on.
Okay? I'm just throwing that out there right now. I'm not trying to brag.
No.
Okay? But a lot of these, and we've talked about on the show before, like, believing in some conspiracies and not believing in others, right?
Yeah, well, ones that are real and ones that aren't
exactly.
real. Basically using your inner compass to decide.
Now that I've seen this fucking NRO shit that we're going to talk to you about, man.
He also talks, this is the last part of the tangent, then we'll get back I know we said we wouldn't get off topic, but guess what? We did.
We did. I mean, that's what we do.
That's what we do. That's
Because
why,
there's just so much
that's
information.
why you love us. Exactly. And we are basically, this is practice, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We're like the medical practice, except we won't kill you or your family.
Yeah. We don't want to kill you either.
No, we want to get you woke.
Yeah.
So the last bit of this Ted Gunderson stuff, the same thing, the FBI satanic ritual. Somebody had alerted the authorities, which that's another show in itself.
Man.
But anyway, they had alerted the authorities that their neighbor's house had become suspect and that they thought there was drug dealing going on. So somehow this tip led to the FBI becoming involved. And they were the first ones to make contact, the FBI. They didn't go local police or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what they told them. No idea.
Yeah.
They go into this fucking house, and they find a group of teenagers, girls, in some sort of what they describe in the reports as a trance state. And they find body parts from 23 individual murders. All of the heads are missing, and there's blood everywhere. And they described it in their report. The end of the report was that this is something that just happens across America. It's a satanic thing. It's a ritual. That, you know, basically it's a hub where they trade teenagers for sex, children for sex.
Yeah.
Basically describing Pedogate.
Yeah.
Basically describing the comment section on the YouTube kids' videos of Elsagate.
Yeah.
Basically setting the tone for the fact that the leadership of the country and these law enforcement agencies are trading kids to fuck.
Yeah.
Every time you go to Walmart and you look on that board of people that are missing, here's your fucking sign.
Yeah. Man.
But no, they would never push pedophilia on
No.
the populace as
not
being a
at
normal
all.
sexual
No,
designation.
No.
Anyway, let's get back to fucking business before I
Yeah.
get upset.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're back. And we're back. NRO patches.
NRO patches. Man, let me tell you something. You guys need to look those up.
Yeah, Google image search that shit. Even YouTube search Mark Passio. Mine is basically going to be an off-the-cuff shot of Mark Passio, but I picked the ones that I like the most.
But we mentioned them, though. It's not like we went off the cuff and said, we found all this stuff.
No. I'm basically taking this from his research.
Yeah.
But he does a better job at explaining it because...
Plus, he knows Latin, too.
I forgot to mention this. I should have mentioned this earlier. Mark Passio, to give him a credit.
Yeah.
Right? He is an ex-Satanist.
Yeah.
He was a priest in the Church of Satan. He has a letter from Anton LaVey, the author of the Satanic Bible. His wife wrote a letter to him in his demonic name, commending him for his work.
Yeah.
He basically made it as far as he could until he found out about the truth of Satanism.
Yeah.
I think he was just railing against religion.
Which is more or less, like, when it comes down to Satanism, it's just it's just an invert of another religion. That's all it really is.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
well,
That's what
you'll
I get
see.
from
If
it.
you guys look up natural law, you'll understand. But
Yeah.
he found out about natural law, and that's what changed everything. He left the Church of Satan, and now he is what he would call before, when he was a Satanist, he declared himself a dark occultist, which is what a lot of these people in these positions of power are. But he now refers to himself as a de-occultist. He thinks the only way to save humanity from its present state of chaos and insanity is by de-occulting the information. He said we'll only be truly free when we make the occult not a cult, which occult comes from the Latin occultare, or basically hidden. You know, we've all got this like trigger thing programmed into our brains when we hear the word occult. At least this is how it affected me. I don't know about you, but when you hear the word occult, originally it probably made you feel kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah. No, definitely, yeah.
You know, that's a little sign of mind control. But when you just find out the true root words of these meanings, like he always, in all of his videos, he talks about the Latin, and he actually breaks down to the true meaning of words, and it's enlightening. But anyway, that's a little bit about him. Let's get into the patches.
Yeah, okay, so...
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
I sent these patches to him in text messages so we could go through them together one by one. But I'll post them all on the various Bones and Tubs pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Number 1. Basically it is FLTOPS. Nos no una, nos abeo una.
And I just threw that into Google Translate just for clarification.
Okay.
For people who don't speak Latin like me.
Yeah.
The Google Translate of that is, we have no one to disagree with.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Yeah.
As a translation. It's got 2 sections. Basically up at the top, there's a sun and 4 stars. There's an earth at the bottom. And just some symbology, you know, the all-seeing eye above the pyramid, and it's crying a tear, it looks like. So keep in mind, these patches come from the highest paid intelligence agency with the least amount of employees. On the books, anyway, so I'm not sure what the fuck that means.
They got a great creative team, don't they?
They have a great creative team, and they're not occultists. They're not dark occultists either. They would never do patches that have secret society, symbology, or dragons or wizards, anything like that.
Yeah.
They're all above the board. None of this is real.
Yeah.
So then the next one, Supra Sumus. Let's see here. It's got a
Pyramid
Roman
with
Roman numeral date BXXVII.
28?
Yes.
Yeah.
NRO 25 LS LMA. I don't know why the fuck I wrote that.
All-seeing eye with the pyramid under it.
Now, the symbology in this one is showing a rocket flying over the all-seeing eye, which in occult symbolism, the eye represents God.
Illumination, God, enlightenment.
The creator. Yeah. The balance of the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Basically, what you strive to be to become a perfect human being. Also, your connection with the divine. And the rocket flying over that symbolizes that they are above God. They are above the creator. They are above enlightenment. That's not weird.
No, not at all. That's
not weird.
There's nothing weird about
It's fine.
that. You know what I mean?
It's okay.
Yeah.
The next one, let's go on there. Figure 3, as it were. Mission Launch 32. XXXII.
Yeah.
It's an all-seeing eye inside of a pyramid, but the eye is not a human eye, it's a bird.
Yeah.
Which, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're making a reference to the owl for the fact that the owl in a dark occult symbol means that they see in the dark, they fly above, and they're predatory.
It could be that, or I thought it looked like an eagle's eye.
Okay.
But, you know,
Same
symbology,
thing.
yeah, symbology with an eagle's eye is not dissimilar from the owl.
No.
In fact, I think it might strike a point of being symbolically more of an overlording and powerful figure than the owl. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if the eagle is at the top of the hierarchy of symbology when it comes to authority,
Yeah.
the owl is it's the underboss. It's the one not seen. Does that make sense?
Yes, I agree. And if you look at this patch, they've done their work as far as there are lines around the pyramid that also designate 32.
Yeah.
So there are 32 lines across. And if you notice the pyramid, it's not the Masonic symbol that they have on the back of the dollar bill.
No.
It's the dark occult version, which is all stone. If you look at the pyramid, there's no all-seeing eye above it.
Yeah.
They're saying that they have predatory watch over the dark occultist formation of society.
Yeah.
It's a solid stone pyramid, which symbolizes blocking out the light, a prison.
Huh.
So
Okay, yeah, I get it now because the eye isn't at the top; it's in the center.
it's the dark occultist version. There's
Yeah.
no enlightenment. Only enlightenment for the controllers.
The pyramid is topped,
Right, it's topped with stone.
so they've blocked out the light, and you can even see if you look around the ring, the light is the rays of light are trying to get around it, but it can't. It's
Right.
obscured.
You can't. It's obscured knowledge, obscured enlightenment. Also, 32. The 32nd degree is the last admitted obtainable degree through work in Freemasonry before becoming illuminated in the 33rd. And 32 could, in some ways, with the dark occultist, symbolize frozen water. With, you look at 32 degrees.
30 degrees is the freezing point.
Freezing point, 33 is liquid.
Yeah.
So you're freezing knowledge. You're freezing the person.
Yeah.
They are not enlightened. I don't know. Let's move on. Number 4, Annuet Soeptis, 45 SWLR OSL ULA. A rocket flying in front of the unfinished pyramid. There's some sort of strange symbology above the eye again. Let's see. NROL 32 stands for National Reconnaissance
Office
Launch 32. So that's their 32nd launch. Also, again, steeped in fucking occult symbolism.
Yeah.
Number 5 is just an owl
Man.
over the earth. So again, predatory, night-seeing predator.
The sun obscured.
Sun is obscured again.
And it's at the bottom. The quote is, and mind you, I'm surprised sometimes they diverge from the Latin translations, which I think, when you think about Passio and stuff like that, he talks about like saying things without saying them,
Right?
And
basically,
obscuring the message.
Latin is like the English or Western version of speaking in code.
Yeah. So, but they didn't in this one.
No, this one
they
just
put it
came
right out
and
there.
Said it. We own the night.
Yeah, we own the night. So apparently, it seems like the further on you go, the more they really don't give a shit.
Right. Not at all.
They don't care that like, because nobody's fucking listening. That's just the thing. Like,
yeah. Well, they've got everybody so goddamn involved with sports and politics and left, right, and black, white, and all this other dumb shit, religion, that they are literally having no problem. They've done divide and conquer.
Yeah.
If you can be divided by somebody by straight or gay or any other...
all the identity politics and all that stuff, all the left-wing, right-wing stuff,
the media,
then they have won.
They've won. They basically are flaunting this in your face. Mm-hmm. Fuck you, America, or the world, rather.
Yeah.
We got you.
We already know you.
All right, so we move on to number 6. We have Fallen Angel, Launch 49. They call it Betty, and it's a fucking dark angel holding a trident that is on fire. It's also holding a wrench.
Yeah.
It's wreathed in flame or a flame snake of some kind.
Obscuring the sun again.
And there's some kind of thing going on. It looks like they drew an earth with a large cloud of confusion over it. Mm-hmm. The sun is, like you said, it's obscured. And it's got Latin. Primoris gravis.
Ex occulus.
Ex occasus.
Occasus, there you go.
And it just means, I think it's, hold on a second. Do you want to do a translation?
Yeah, I was about to do that.
I think it means something along the lines of most high of the fallen. Or most preferred above the fallen. Mm. But again, it's obviously wreathed in Luciferian.
Oh, yeah.
Dark occult symbolism.
Definitely.
Obscuring earthly view. Now, here we go. This next one's one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. It's number 7. Get your kicks on 66. And it's got a Baal, B-A-A-L, or a Moloch symbol of a muscular bull human god.
Yeah.
Flying on top of a rocket holding an ROL 66 road sign. And they're flying out of America over the earth. So, that's fine.
It's one of the weirder ones because it looks like it was just like hand drawn by like a shitty artist.
Right. Lazy.
Yeah.
But Baal, or Moloch, Moloch was a god from the Old Testament. They talked about these people sacrificing their children in order for a bountiful crop. So that's cool. I mean, I'm glad that's...
Yeah, I'm glad it's there, But the next one I find very interesting.
Yeah, the Sinister Anubis. That's just what I called it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any Latin to speak of or language. It's just the earth with Anubis standing over it, who's the Egyptian god of the underworld, and he looks what I would call sinister.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got angry eyes, he's got fangs, and he's showing his tongue. And if you look at the placement of that rocket flying off the earth, it looks like they're protruding his dick.
Yeah.
It's a phallic symbol.
Yeah,
so whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Here's where it kind of gets interesting. I put this one in here because I did not cover 2 separate things. I didn't cover... There's a fucking bunch of their patches that have dragons. Mm-hmm. And the dragons, have their own occult symbology of, the Dark One or power.
Yeah.
And I also didn't talk about any of the ones with fucking wizards. There's a shitload of them with wizards casting spells on the earth with electrical magic. So this one kind of gives me the talking point for both, but it's a dragon coming out of a cloud. Looks like a storm cloud.
Yeah.
It's a special project patch that says Procul Este Profane, which stands for away with the profane, which in the dark occult, societies, anybody that's not initiated, they call the profane They call them the dead.
Yeah.
They call them the uninitiated, the unstarted. Basically zombies.
Yeah.
So they're saying in this patch with this mission, if you're not with us, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I took from it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I get that too.
Is that, I mean, you got anything?
They're looking, I mean, if you look at the dragon, he's looking downward as if towards the earth.
Yeah.
Lightning bolts are streaking out in attack, like to shoo them away.
That's fine. I'm glad that they have the highest amount of funding.
Yeah.
Where does that funding come from? It's
from viewers like you and me.
Okay, so we're paying for this.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But
the next one,
next
number
one.
10. You haven't looked this up, have you? Or do you know what this one is?
I don't know this one.
You're
No.
going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
So it's a dragon, right? And it looks like it's holding the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either about to devour it or it's just being possessive of
As I
it.
say, possessive, protecting it like it is like a dragon would protect its jewels.
Yeah. And there's some symbolism next to it, too. It's something that shows up, Passio talks about a lot. 5 stars and then 1 star next to it. And he said 5-1 could stand for a lot of people, or some people he said it referred to Area 51 or Area 5-1. Another thing that I've noticed through looking at this occult symbolism is the blood sacrifice time of year. That if you look back throughout history, maybe a Google News search on 5-1, or the beginning of the spring equinox, which is in 319 or 320. Right around the time of Ishtar, Easter.
Yeah.
You know, the beginning of the spring equinox until about the middle, which is May, 5-1, is the time when the people of the old used to do blood sacrifices in order for a bountiful reaping.
May Day.
May Day. So 5-1 symbolizes May Day.
What does omnis vestri substructio mean?
Well, omnis vestri substructio est servus ad noris.
Oh, yeah.
Is what Passio talks about being a poor Latin. It's basically not how Latins would speak. It's an English coding their language in Latin.
Yeah.
And it stands for all your base are belong to us.
Yeah.
Which is a reference to a video game.
A meme, in all reality.
Meme, yeah.
I mean, the meme is what started it all.
There was a video game, though, that had terrible translation.
Yeah.
From Japanese or Chinese, I think, into English, and one of the bad guys would say that. So that's fine, too.
Basically saying that everything that you have, everything that you are, everything that is on this planet
belongs to them.
Belongs to them. That's what I get from it.
Yeah.
I mean if they're to represent the dragon in this,
that's fine.
Which, I mean, you do your own research on dragon symbology and take it from there, friends.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's an episode for another day.
It's definitely something we should be funding with our tax dollars.
Exactly.
If anybody listening has never heard the term before, it is a motto that I live by, and that is taxation is theft.
Yeah.
And if this isn't proof of that,
then I don't know what will be.
Okay, go back to your football game.
This last one, it might be my favorite simply because I feel like they just got really lazy.
I don't know if lazy is the right way of putting it, though. I think it's blatant disrespect.
You think it's just like, but in essence, it has to be like, it's blatant disrespect. They don't even mind disrespecting us with symbology anymore. They simply just put it out there. Like,
right.
They don't even try to hide it.
That's why I think it's disrespectful, because it's not hidden.
At all.
It is made for the common man to understand.
Yeah.
It's symbol 11, and it just has a question mark inside of a black circle, and there's a crescent moon above it. And it says, "Don't ask!" exclamation point. NOYFB, which stands for none of your fucking business.
Yeah. So.
Hey, thanks for the money.
Yeah. Thanks for all your money.
What are you doing with our money? It's none of your fucking business.
None of your fucking business.
Ooh-wee, Papaw.
Yeah, so it's gotten to the point where they just don't care.
Yeah, fuck you. Thanks for the fun, slave.
What are you going to do?
You're a slave. There's nothing
what are you
going
to fucking do? You know what I mean? So the NRO, we told you about them.
There we are.
If you want to learn more,
preaching the word of Pastor Evangel of Mr. Passio.
Yeah. Get out there and do some enlightenment yourself.
I hope it blew more minds than the U.S. government.
Yeah, right? Illuminate yourself.
Yeah.
Because only you can truly illuminate yourself. We might satiate your creativity or put you on the right road.
Right.
but it takes you yourself have to do the footwork on this one.
An interesting thing I found too through Passio's work is that he talks about how, and it's the same way I view about the show. I always feel like I have to take information and make it my own in a way and spin it in a new way. But he says an old occult saying that is true to this day. There's nothing new under the sun.
Nope.
This information is this information is this information.
Always been there.
It's always been there, and we're just bringing it to light.
Yeah.
We are the proverbial lantern holders.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the lantern of invisible light.
I think it's about time to wrap up.
Is it?
Yeah, we're getting there.
What are we looking at?
57.
Ooh.
Yeah. 58 now.
We hope you guys enjoyed this show. I enjoyed it. I'm glad to be back on topics.
Exactly.
I'm glad to have a fucking purpose again.
Yeah.
Instead of being some ship shaped like a penis floating around in the ocean with no rudder.
Let us know how you feel about it.
Yeah, please comment.
Comment. Go to Facebook, Instagram, our website.
Hit us up on the iTunes with the reviews.
Yeah.
Let us know. We need it. Not for us, but for everyone else.
Exactly.
People can't find the show unless it is reviewed and shared.
Okay. You want to illuminate other people? Send it to them.
Share it.
But we'd like to thank y'all for listening. We hope you tune in next time. We'd like to thank Ryan Simpson for letting us use his music on the show.
Sean the non-believer. Sean. I love you, Ryan.
Yeah. Check us out on Patreon if you're feeling extra froggy. And mind you, our raw, unedited audio will be on there.
Yeah, the egg just hatched today, so it's in its infancy. But you shouldn't have to pay for information. But if you want to support the show, become a Patreon supporter.
Yeah.
Help us, help you, help them.
So then you can hear us just letting loose.
Yeah, letting loosey-goosey.
Letting our hair down, you know. But we'd like to thank y'all for listening. We hope you tune in next time.
Well,
and
one more thing.
Oh, okay.
We are going to be doing our next show at Crabapple Books in Middletown,
so
Ohio.
If you're a local individual and you want to come down, listen to the show, or we're kind of loosey goosey on the Crabapple Books show.
Yeah.
You want to come watch?
It's the highlight
or
of shows.
be a participant.
Yeah.
On the show.
Last time we had the Hunter.
We had the Hunter,
Snatch
and
Hunter.
we had the Soul Man,
The Devil himself.
the Devil. Well, yeah, the Devil on there.
He'll be back.
They'll all be back for another episode.
We're gonna be there. So if you guys want to, come check it out. Crabapple Books, Middletown, Ohio.
Yeah.
# Central Ave.
You're more likely, depending on who shows up, you might end up on the show for at least a minute.
Probably. I mean, I'm even down with doing a long show.
Shoot the shit with us.
Shoot the shit.
But
it's where the prostitutes used to be, for those of you that just drove through Middletown. But after gentrification, they no longer are there.
No, it's nice and semi-clean now.
Would you call it quaint? The bookstore?
Quaint. Yeah, quaint. Definitely quaint.
Quaint?
Yeah. But thank y'all for listening. And we hope to see you next time.
Like, share, subscribe. We love you.
We really do.